start recording. So team, as part of yesterday's session, so we have started working on automating the flow for speak to an advisor form, right? So today we will be continuing with the same, right? So as part of like automating this particular flow, which is this one, so we
I think before we start, can we just have a question? Can we do the automation for application also?
Application means which kind of application?
It may be like for example, we have a geo app, so for that, or else
Sorry, which one? Which one?
It cannot write.
Sorry, which particular app?
Any kind of applications, like for purchasing or any.
Yes, we can automate. Yes. So IRCTC application we can automate. Flipkart application we can automate. Amazon we can automate.
Yeah.
So this is like. So how we need to see that is, so those are also the web applications, right? So web applications are the one like which we can access through URL. So this is one kind of web application. So we can automate it. But what happens is for some of the applications, we will be having like an OTPs, right? So when we are entering, it will enter our mobile number as a username.
Huh?
Yeah. Hello.
Phone, and we'll enter over there and log in, right?
Yes.
So this particular thing we cannot automate. But what happens when we are testing? I mean to say this particular thing we cannot automate means only till the login. Okay. So once we log into the application, from there we can automate. So what happens in real time is, so though, for example, consider this application, if they want to introduce the OTP part in the production environment, that means in the live environment. So for automation, what they will do here is like developers. So they will comment that particular code. Okay. So they will comment that particular code and they will deploy the code to test environment in such a way that in test environment, the login happens automatically by giving the dummy username and password. Okay. So if we enter some test username and test password and click on login, it will directly log into the application instead of asking the like OTPs. So this will be there. I mean this only this portion will be tested manually, because that is what we have studied, right, in our initial sessions. Not 100% of like, not all the test cases are automatable. That means 100% automation is not feasible. There are some cases which we cannot automate. So those kind of cases we need to test them manually. Okay. So only this particular portion, whatever we are talking about, some OTPs or some will trigger the passcodes to our email or Gmail accounts, right? So this portion, what the developers will do when they are pushing the application to the test environment, they will comment that portion and they will deploy to test environment. So test environment, this logic they will comment right from there, and so this happens automatically. So from there we can take it on. But in the production again, they will uncomment it, they will test it manually, and they will move it to the production environment. So that's how the scenario will be. Okay. But as you said, like whatever the web applications we have, instead, not only the web applications, I would say we can also automate desktop applications, like where there are like a black screen applications, right? But nowadays, very less, like I mean to say 10% of the clients are using like black screen applications. So does anyone have idea on those things? Like there will be like console based. So here, the difference between web applications and desktop applications is, in web applications, we have like rich UIs, right? In order to click on find a course, we'll click on this button and we'll take it from there. But there in the screen, everything we need to enter through keyboard. There will be no UI interactions. Does anyone saw that particular? Munesh, are you saying something? No, right? Okay. Because yeah, I saw that like in my experience, I saw that like one of our company clients was using that, but it is very hard to automate through Selenium, Java. I mean, keeping aside the hard part, right? I would say that it is also possible. It is also possible, but it follows a different way. But now, but very like 10%, less than 10% of the clients will be using that black screen applications. So those are called as like console based applications or desktop applications. Okay. But Selenium is preferably used for web applications. So whatever the web applications which will have like locators and all, we can go ahead and automate all those web applications. Okay. So is that clear?
But how can they test OTPs auto-filling?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, right? So we'll have some like captcha codes. So these all OTPs. So what they will do, developers will write the code to get an OTP, to trigger an OTP to the registered email or registered mobile number. So during the automation purpose, what we need to do, what they will do here is, so we need to tell them, okay, we need to connect with the developers and we need to tell them that, okay, so this is like these kind of OTPs we cannot automate. So for time being, can you please comment this particular code and move it to test environment so that we can develop our automation script like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Automation is not possible because see, our code cannot read our mobile, right? So the program will be on some kind of desktop. Our code cannot go and read our OTP like SMS. OTPs will be in the form of, let's consider SMS. So how it will go to our mobile and how it will enter the passcode and how it will go to SMS folder and read it, and from there reading and giving back to a script is impossible. Okay, so this kind of activities we need to connect with the developers and we need to ask them for time being, for our test purpose, like automation test purpose, if we ask them to comment that just that piece of code, so they will comment it. So once they comment, right, so the login will happen directly. Like if we enter the perfect username and password, like valid credentials, like valid username and password, so then the system allows us to like log
Even
in.
with Jmeter login also it will work.
Sorry,
SSO.
Manish,
SSO is there, right?
which one?
Single sign-on is there, right? For the applications.
Which sign on?
With single sign-on. With window login only we can test applications, right? Without entering the username and passwords.
Yeah.
Likewise also we can test. I mean, no need of giving username and password.
Yes. But like whatever, like until and unless we are good to find the locators and we are good to find some web related interactions, we can do everything, those kind of things with Selenium. Okay. So these passcodes like OTPs, so these things we cannot like automate. Right. So now, so as part of yesterday's session, so we are continuing with like automating the flow for speak to an advisor form, right? So here we have set the property for our system, and this line will open up the new Chrome browser, and this will delete the cookies. This will open the URL, like launch the URL. This will maximize our browser. So this will click on accept all button, right? Accept all button. And after that, so we have used for find a course button. For find a course button, we have used this particular like span class, and this class doesn't seem to be meaningful to me, and this also has this index value, so I doesn't want to go with that. Instead I want like this has also worked because Yesterday we saw it, right? So let me again re-trigger, right-click, run as Java application. So right-click, so it has opened the browser, launched the URL, and it has clicked on Find a Course button. It has maximized the browser and clicked on Find a Course button. So that is how it came to this particular screen. But for me, this class value doesn't look meaningful, and we have an index value, so I don't want to take a risk here. So instead I want to use different locator, which is I want to go based on a text here. The text is find a course, right? So I just copied it. So what is our tag name here? What is our tag name? Span is our tag name. Our attribute name is class, and this find a course is test. So let me go to my console, $x colon open brace double quotes double slash span square bracket. So text equal to single quotes. So square bracket close, double quotes close. So this is how we find out the locator. So if you want to cross check, you can open it, and this is highlighting my find a course button. So if you want to cross check it again, all you have to do is whatever that is there inside the double quotes. So just copy it, go to elements, click on Control F, Control V, and see this exists in the DOM structure. So this particular XPath exists in the DOM structure. So if I highlight it, it is highlighting my find a course. So what I will do, so again, I will copy whatever I have in my double quotes. So I will tell my driver to find element by dot XPath. So inside the double quotes, I will give this one. And what is the operation I need to click? So now I don't want this, right? So I'm completely deleting this because we found an alternative web element or locator for that. So what is the action we need to perform? Like on find a course, do we need to enter something inside find a course, or do we need to click on it, or do we need to mouse over on it? What is the action we need to perform? We need to click, right?
Click.
So for click, Selenium by default provides us like dot click function. So I have used like dot click, right? So now let's say we came till here. Now manually. So now here is one validation point. Okay, my validation point here is, how do I ensure that find a course button is working or not? Okay, so manually, if you click on find a course, so if we come to this, we'll look, right? We'll look through our eyes that if we click on this particular button, if it comes to the next screen, then we'll know that, okay, find a course button is working. So that's how we have redirected to this particular screen. But how do we ensure that find a course button is working through our script?
We can give any element.
Right. So here, if we click on find a course, we are navigating to this particular screen, right? So in this particular screen, I am considering this search text. Okay, there is one search text, right? So this search text, if we ensure that if this search text is visible to the script, then that means find a course button is working. If this search text is not visible to our code, then that means it is not working, right? That means even though if we click, we are still there in our home page only. So that is, for that, what we need to do here is validation. So right click. So first find the locator of this search text box. Okay. So right. So here, so what is the tag name? So tags are always highlighted in pink. So what is the tag name here?
H2.
H2. That means it's an header text. Okay. So there are different kinds of header text: H1, H2, H3, H4. So based upon the font size. So if the search text is little bit smaller, then it will be like H1. If it is little bit larger, then so this size matches H2. So if like it is completely based on the developers, because as a developer, when they are developing the UI, they want this search text in this particular size or font, so that they chose this tag h2. So if they want it to be more bigger or larger, so they might be using like h3 or h4. Okay, so there are different types of header text, so all would be based on like font size of the text. Okay, so here what is the new tag we have encountered is we came across is h2 tag. Okay, so I just noted down my h2 tag, right? So here also, if you see there is the attribute is class, right? But again here title h1 font style. Okay, this attribute again doesn't seem like class value. Title h1, this doesn't seem like meaningful to me, so I want to go based on the text, because here there is a search and text, there is also search. So what I will do here, just I will change from the already existing format, I will change this particular thing h2, and I will give here as a search. So now this is identifying my search text, right? So now what I will do, I will simply copy this, right? And I paste it here. Then again, same story. I will tell my driver to find element, driver object to find element by dot xpath. Okay, so under this xpath I would be giving this xpath value. So now what is the action we need to perform here? Do we need to click on it, or do we need to send something into the search, or do we need to mouse over it, or what is the action we need to perform here?
No action.
We need to check whether it is displayed
Just
or
a
not, right?
second.
Whether it is Nizla, you are saying something?
Just the presence of element here.
Yes, just a presence of element. So for the presence of element, so we have like an is displayed method. Okay, is displayed method. So if you see here, is displayed method always returns boolean. Okay, so it always returns a boolean. So that means, so drive is displayed. So if it is displayed will return true. If it is not displayed, is displayed will return false. So it's a boolean. So what I'm going to do here is I will take one boolean data type, right? So I will give my search txt. So what is this search txt here? What is this search txt? It's a kind of variable. Okay, so just how we declare variables, right? Boolean x equal to true, boolean y equal to false. So just like that one, I have declared one boolean variable search text. So now in our case, what this will return, driver dot find element by dot xpath is displayed. So is search text is displayed or not? Yes, no, true, false? True, right? So if the find a course button is working, if you are in this particular page, then this will return true. That means search text will have true. So in order to prove that, let's put some print statement, right? So search text here. Now, so this search text should return true because is displayed will return true here. So now we'll apply one condition saying that, let me take one if condition. Okay, if condition. So if this one, then system dot out dot print ln. So this is like a condition for our purpose, whether, so if this is displayed, so if it is displayed, search text will have true. If it is true, that means if it is true, so here the condition we are passing search text. Under the search text will get true if it is visible. So if it is visible, that means find a course button is working, right? Find a course button is working. Else what will put in the else condition? We can keep like find a course button is not working, right? So this is one validation we have added just to test whether find a course button is working or not. If a find a course button is working, then search course will be displayed. So if it is displayed, then it has to print find a course button is working. Else find a course button is not working. Guys, here you need to understand why Java is important, because if there is no Java, you will not understand what is this class and what are these packages. That is one thing. And what is this main method? This one also you would not understand without Java knowledge, I'm saying. And with this one, you don't know that WebDriver would be an the moment if I start directly about Selenium, if I say that WebDriver is not a class, if it is an interface, then you don't know what is mean by an interface, right? And here driver.manage.delete cookies, driver.get, these are the methods, something provided by Selenium, and you never know that get is some inbuilt method, right? And what is this print method, and you don't know like conditional control statements. So here if you see, right, so that is why Java is important. And you don't know what is this Boolean means. Now you have some idea, like Boolean means a data type, search text, that means it's a variable. So all this came up because we spoke about Java from all these days, right? So based on like Java, you are understanding this one. So again, going back to my first session, what I said, so I told you, right? Selenium always goes in parallel with Java. So if you want to develop some script, so Selenium and it will be a mix of Java. So here I will prove that. Okay. So this particular line is something belongs to Java, because it is just about declaration of a class. So this particular line, main method, this is about Java, right? So WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. So Chrome driver is a part of org.openqi.selenium. So this class is something provided by Selenium. So this line belongs to Selenium. So this line also belongs to Selenium. Driver.get. So get is an inbuilt method which is used to launch the URL. So get is an inbuilt method. This is also something provided by Selenium, not Java, right? So maximize method is also provided by Selenium. So this one is also provided by Selenium. But again here, Boolean variable declaration is something provided by Java. If and else condition, does this belongs to Selenium or Java?
Java.
Of course, Java. So that is why Selenium always goes in as a mix with Java. Okay. So now continuing with our like automating our flow, right? So we came till here. So find a course button is working, else if it is not working. So now after this validation, so what we need to do? We need to enter like business and management under this search courses text box. Okay. So this is a text box. So for that, right click, again we need to inspect it, right? So again we need to inspect. So now here, what is the tag name here, guys? For this particular locator, what is the tag name? Input is the tag name. So attributes, we have a lot of attributes: class, placeholder, min length, required, data Drupal selector, data autocomplete path, type, ID, name, value size, max length. So there are a lot of attributes we have, right? So among that, so let me try to figure it out. Okay. So first, let me try to go with an ID. Okay. So I will tell you why ID, right? So let me go with an ID first, because class doesn't look meaningful to me. For me, placeholder looks meaningful. Okay. So let's come. Let's come from the starting. Class, search input, form, autocomplete. This doesn't look meaningful to me. Placeholder, okay. Search courses. So what is exactly mean by placeholder means on this particular text box, right? Text box, like beyond it, you can see something called search courses on the UI. I'm talking about the UI. On the beyond, you are seeing something on the gray, which is search courses. So that is nothing but a placeholder. So developers, if they write the attribute value as if they include placeholder attribute and they give like search courses, then this is how it looks on the UI. Okay, this is how it looks on the UI. So here, if you see, I changed it from search courses to search course, right? So here, if I change my name, so see how it looks. It is showing my name, right? So, I mean, for your understanding purpose, like just I have shown you. But by default, the moment we click on find a course, by default it is search courses, right? So I want to go with this placeholder and the tag as an input. So same story, $x colon double quotes double slash. What is the tag name? Like input square bracket at the rate. So placeholder, right? So placeholder equal to single quotes close double quotes in the placeholder search courses, just copying it, going back to my console, placing that over here, and when I search it, so it is highlighting my search courses text box only, right? So this is highlighting my search courses text box. So what is the new tag we have identified here? New tag we have identified here is input, right? What is the new attribute we have identified here is, what is the attribute here? Placeholder, right? So placeholder is the new attribute we came across. So under attribute section, I'm adding like placeholder. Okay. Now, so I will go to my Eclipse again. After this one, again same story. I will tell my driver to find element by.xpath in the double quotes. I will enter this particular locator because I need to feed some value under this location, right? Dot. Now here, what is the action we need to perform here in this particular text box? Text box, what is the action? Do I need to click on it, or do I need to mouse over on it, or do I need to check is displayed? Sorry,
Mouse over and click.
mouse over and click. Okay. After that, what we need to do?
To type.
So we need to type in something, right? So we need to send some text. We need to enter like kind of business and management courses. This one we need to enter. So for that we have like inbuilt method as send keys. So Selenium provides one method called send keys. So under this particular send keys method, what I am going to do here is I will copy this one and I will paste it in my send keys parameter. Okay. So this is a part of like web element, right? So now business, I have entered like business and management courses in my send keys. So after entering this business and management courses, now I need to click on my search icon. Okay. So there is one search icon. So right click and inspect, because that's how our results get retrieved, right? So if you want to search all the courses which comes under business and management, so I need to click on this search icon. So for that again here, so how many tags we have? So usually we have only one tag. So what is the tag name here? Input. Input is the tag name we have, right? So what are the different attributes we have? Type is one attribute, class is one attribute, and value is also one attribute. Area label is one attribute. Okay. So type equal to submit, this makes sense to me, but just above it, there is one more input type equal to submit, correct? Just above this particular, in the DOM structure, just above our current value, there is one more input tag with type equal to submit. So obviously we need to provide the index value. So I don't want to go with the type. So same with class also, because in the above there is also one more input tag with class as search btn. Okay, but this is bit different. Search btn, the above one is sm btn primary, this is lg btn primary. Okay, but again, search btn, lg btn primary, the value doesn't looks like meaningful to me. Okay, so here we have the search icon, like we have one more attribute which is value. So value equal to search. So in the top there is no value with search. So this looks unique to me, and the values attribute is value here. The value is also matching with search. This search looks same as this UI search, right? So again, there is the area label. We have submit search LG, but I want to go with a value because the attribute name is value and the value is search. This is in sync with the UI search. So I want to go with an attribute value this time. So before that, what I need to do here is I need to check it. Input at the rate value, input at the rate value equal to search. Okay, but still there are three locators with an input tag as an input, value as like attribute as a value, and this icon as search. Okay, since there are three, I just want to go with the type submit. So let's try to understand what this will return. Okay, so input type equal to submit. So this is returning me 7 values. So out of the 7 values, our one stands at the second position. Okay, this retrieved 7. Okay, fine. So let me go with the class now, because I'm just analyzing which one to pick, right? So which is the best locator? I'm just analyzing. So I want to go with a class with this one. So class also has 3. Class also has 3, and want to go with this one, area hyphen label, right? So at the rate area hyphen label equal to, so this also has 3, right? So now we have tried all of these attributes: type, class, value, area label. So type has returned 3, class returned me 7, value returned me 3, area label also returned me 3. So out of these things, so now I am just ignoring class because it has returned 7. I don't want to like take a risk. Type, value, area label, this has returned 3 locators, right? So three locators. So all holds the same thing. So now the priority will be the same for all, like type equal to submit, value equal to search, area label, submit, search, LG. But I will go with value equal to search because on the UI the icon name is search, and here also the value is search. So I just want to go with an value. But for this value, I want to add the index, right? So how we need to add the index means we need to keep this open brackets and we need to specify the index value in the square brackets. So if I mention index value, I'm making it unique by giving the index value as 1. So now, okay, this particular locator has returned me only one element, and that one element is the one which we are looking for. So now I will copy this particular thing. Same story. I will copy it and I will come over here and I will tell my driver to find element by.xpath. Here, what is the action we need to perform? Do we need to send keys, or do we need to check if it is displayed, or do we need to click on it, or do we need to mouse over? What is the action we need to perform here? We need to click on it, right? So the moment we click on it, then only we'll get this respective results. So what is the action, like what is the function we would be using? Like what is the method we would be using? Dot click, right? So we have used dot click method here. So now,
Okay.
yes, Manish.
Actually, can you go to the script? Because you are saying in the code to find that search bar, right? Before
In
that,
which
we
line?
have
Line number 28. Which line you are talking about? If it is 28 or
28.
28. Okay.
Yeah. Before that, we need to click on the search bar, right?
No. So what? Okay. So find here we are clicking on find a course button. After clicking on find a course button, we are just testing. This particular line is just to test whether this search icon is displayed or not. This search icon is displayed or not. And yeah, this will be the story. We click on find. After clicking on find a course, we are testing whether search icon search text is displayed or not. So this code is testing that, validating that. After that, okay, what you are saying is we need to click here and then we need to enter something, right? But
Before that, we can't enter. I mean, without doing that action, we can't enter it, right? I mean, enter text, right?
we can enter. So that is what send key is. Dot send key, what it will do means, so it will go to this particular locator and directly it will enter like, so send keys will take care of. It will go to this locator and it will enter something. We doesn't have to specifically add a dot click or do something over here. If you want to enter something in this particular text box, all you have to do here is directly dot send keys. So that method will take care of everything. It will directly go ahead and enter. So this
Okay, can't we place that click method before that line?
we can place. You are saying that, yeah, we can still place it, but it would be like a redundant code, right? I mean, though we can still do this, so it will click and then it will do some send keys. But even though if you do not click and directly send keys also, it will do some send keys into the text. Got it? We can do dot click and then send keys, but for if you want to enter something in a text box, it doesn't need to be explicitly use dot click function. You can directly use send keys. Send keys will automatically take care of that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Yes. So now we have clicked on search icon. So that means, just a moment. So we are here and we have clicked on search icon. So now we have got like 26 results. So from here, so let's say from here, let's say I want to click on the first view course button. Okay, first view course button. So what I will do, right click inspect. So however, there will be lot of view course because it is showing 26 results. That means there are 26 courses which comes under this business and management, right? So among them, I want to click on the first view course. So now here, what is the tag name? A, right?
Yeah.
It's not HRF, it's A. Okay. So A means, so again I am keeping it here. So A means an anchor tag. Okay. So A means an anchor tag. So now again here, every anchor tag will have href. Href is nothing but a hypertext link reference. Okay. href means hypertext link reference. Ref stands for link. So it will have some link. That means if you click on that, if you click on this view course button, it will open up this link, https arden. So that's how it will behave. Okay. So there is an href big link. There is a class which is btn primary icon. There is a role btn, and there is a text called view course. So href class role, I don't want to go with them. Instead, I want to go with view course. But here is the story. Okay. So the moment I use a text view course, let's see. So $x open brackets double quotes double slash a, right, a, and text. Okay. A text equal to single quotes some view course, single quotes close, square bracket close, double quotes. So now, is it returning anything? A text equal to view course we have used, and we are following the right one, because view here has a, in view v has an uppercase letter. We are following the uppercase letter, and course has all the lowercase letters. We have followed the same, and this view course is a kind of like text. But here, the moment we use a text equal to view course, it is not working. Can anyone assume why it is not working? We have
There
a
is one arrow mark is there.
Where there is an arrow mark?
Along with the text, that arrow mark is there, right? Symbol.
Along with the text, you mean view course? Here
Yeah.
you are saying.
Yeah.
No, but okay, that arrow mark is under SVG tag. So here, if you see that arrow mark, if I scroll on some SVG, XMLNS link, so this is highlighting my arrow mark. But this is A, and view course is highlighting my view course button. Okay. So the problem here is, the moment you try to click on this one here, see, in between the double quotes, so what did you observe? There is some space, right? There is some space because it is not directly mentioned inside the double quotes, but there is a space, and after that there is a view course. So for that, what we need to do here is, we need to go based on the like contains. Okay, so there is one thing called contains text equal to z view course. So this one, this one. Oh my god, there is some syntax error. So can someone help me with the syntax error?
Square brackets. You have to use.
Let me try to check whether I have used contains anywhere. Oh my god, I have used a lot, but yes. So this is where I have used. So okay. So contains will not have equals to. Everything I have used the same, but contains text as per the syntax. Contains text will not be equal to. There will be some. This one. This is the only. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. So this is the only difference I have seen, right? So A contains text. That means, so it is returning my how many values? What is the count here? 26. Why it is returning 26? Because here, if you see, it is showing 26 results. That means on the currently opened UI page, there are 26 web elements with the tag as a, text as view course, which is containing view course. Okay. So since view course has some space, so that is the reason we are going based on the contents. So among these contents, since we want to click on the first view course, again, we need to mention based on the index. Okay. So if we mention the first one, so this will highlight my first view course button. So if I use my second one, this will highlight my second view course button. So that is what it will do. So if I use my index as 3, this will highlight my third view course button, right? So now I want to go with the 1. I want my script to click on first view course button, right? First view course button. So for that, same story, go over here. So I will be telling my driver to find an element by XPath. So this is an XPath expression I will provide inside it. And then, so what is the action you would be performing here? You would be performing the action as click, right? You would be performing the action as click. Because on view course, we want to click on the, we want to use a dot click. So for that, we would be using a dot click. Okay. So far I made some progress on the script, right? I made some progress on the script till here. So instead of directly going ahead and completely developing my script, I want to do my unit test, like whatever the script I have developed, whether it is working fine or not, I will cross check from my end. So for that, what I will do, I need to, after developing like 5 to 6 steps, so I would be cross checking whether my code is working fine or not. So for that, I will be executing it, right? So shall we go ahead and trigger it? Shall I go ahead and trigger this particular thing? Okay, let me do a right click, run as Java application. So now it has opened my browser, right? Launch the URL. It will maximize my browser. Then click on accept all button. Then click on find a course button. Okay, so this is still loading. Okay. So is this my problem with the internet, or I don't know. So it is not even clicking my accept all button, and there is no error also on the console. So I think there might be some internet issue from my end. So that is why this script is not working. So it doesn't have, okay, I think it worked. The moment it started working, I just closed it. So let me re-trigger it, right click run as. So it has opened my browser, entered the URL, right? Then it will maximize the browser, clicked on accept all, and it clicked on, okay, search course, and it clicked on find a course button also, right? So see, find a course. See here, search text is returning true, right? Because this particular thing is displayed has returned true. So if it is true, it will enter into if block. If it is false, then it will enter into else block. So since it returned true, it will enter into if block. In the if block, we have find a course button is working. So that's how we got this one. And then again, it has entered this business and management courses. Then it clicked on view like search button, like search icon, then view course button. So that's how it came to this particular screen. Is everyone clear so far?
Yes.
Or do you want to check the execution once again? So you can add some print statements. So clicked on view course button. right? Clicked on view course button. So let me trigger this application for one more time, right? So for that, all I would be doing is right click run as and a Java application. So it has opened my browser, launched the URL, it will maximize it. Clicked on this one, enter the business and management course, clicked on search icon. So it came till here, right? Now, so here, in order to send the keys for this locator, we have choose placeholder, right? So this is for which locator means this is for this particular locator. So in order to find this particular locator, we have so many attributes. Among this attribute, which one we have used? We went with placeholder, but placeholder is also working, right? Placeholder, we have used input at the rate placeholder search course dot send keys business and management courses, which is fine. But I want to test whether other like I want to make sure that we cannot always go with placeholder only. But so after placeholder, we have min length. So min length equal to 3. That means what I believe is in this particular input, the minimum length in order to search the courses should be 3. So here see, if I am entering more than 3, like minimum length in order to enter in this particular text is 3. So that is what the developers applied this condition. But I try to enter 2 letter and I try to click on search icon. It is giving me some warning message or error message. Please lengthen this text to 3 characters or more. You are currently using 2 characters. So that is what this min length attribute means. Okay. So in order to like min length attribute is used for this condition. That means minimum length of the character value to be entered in this particular text is 3. We cannot enter below 3, but I tried to enter. So that's the reason it gave me an error. So, but in order to find my XPath, I will not go with a minimum length because it is for other purpose. So required also it doesn't looks or makes sense to me because required equal to required, that means it is nothing but a mandatory field. Okay. So required equal to required, that means it's a mandatory field. Without entering anything in that particular text box, we cannot click on search. That is what it means. Okay. Data Drupal selector, edit search. Okay, this is bit makes little sense to me, but let me try it. Try it. Input at the rate. Input at the rate. So what is the attribute name here? The attribute name here is data Drupal selector. Input at the rate data Drupal selector is edit search. So it returned 3, right? So it has written 3 values. So we can still use this with a index value as 1, but I don't want to take a risk here because indexes, we must always try to avoid the indexes, but when there is no chance we can go with an indexes. But here there is a chance because for placeholder we didn't use any index. For data Drupal selector we have to go with an index, right? So data autocomplete path, so this is /admin/search, so this is some bigger value, so I am just ignoring that one. Okay, type equal to text. Okay, this is fine, but I will try to check how many input at the rate type equal to text. We have 6 locators, and among them our locator is the first one. So since it is returning text, I doesn't want to go with type also. Okay. Let me go with an ID. Input at the rate ID equal to edit search. Okay, this returned only one thing, and that one thing is our thing. So ID will also be the better choice because ID name also it it makes sense to me because edit search, that means it is a search icon, right? So it is a search text. So edit search name also looks meaningful to me, and ID equal to edit search doesn't have any indexes. Okay, so I can go with input ID equal to search, edit search as well. So now let me try to go with the name. The rate name equal to search. Okay, so input at the rate name equal to search. So it has written 3. So I don't want to go with this one because it returned 3. Then there is value size. So this is kind of max size. So this is min length 3, right? So maximum value you can enter is 60 here. So if you try to enter more than 60, it will throw you an error. So this is also again, oh sorry, this is not the value size. I think max length is for that one. So value size equal to 60. I think this is used for different condition. Like we doesn't have to bother about that one because that would be taken care by like a developers. So data once autocomplete. So these attributes also doesn't look sense to me. But here from this one overall placeholder, right? Overall placeholder looks sense to me. Data Drupal selector, even though it returned 3 values, it looks sense to me. Type also looks sense, ID, name, right? So whatever the things we came across, like I have this, I don't know whether it is good or bad habit, but I have an habit of noting down because overall, after the end of this thing, right, we'll get some idea like what are all the uh, attributes we came across. So we came across type. So we came across ID and name as well, right? ID and name, right? So rest all isn't looks meaningful and doesn't not making any sense. So this is with respect to this one. So now when you are practicing, so if you are practicing, you can try this one. Which one is? So try to find the locator with ID and name and try to enter the same with this one. So input at the rate ID equal to ID value, input at the rate name equal to dot send keys. So try to check that whether it is also working. So these all are the different alternatives we can use for this inputting in this particular text box. Okay, you can try it in your when you are practicing, or else we can try it tomorrow. Okay, in tomorrow's session also, like we can try. So far we made some progress. I mean, the progress is very slow because during this process, we are learning about how to write the next parts. So what are the different tags? What are the different attributes? We are still in like basics learning, right? So that's how we are making a progress slowly. So as part of today's session, we came till here. So from tomorrow, we'll continue from this particular page. Okay. So any questions from anyone? Okay, fine. So guys, like I would suggest you to please practice, please, like those whoever has not yet configured Selenium, please complete it as soon as possible and start developing the script, just following like our sessions. So you can like following our sessions. So whatever we are doing, please try to practice it on a daily basis so that you will be on track. Okay. So yeah, that's it from my end for today, guys. So let's continue the session tomorrow. So any doubts before we wrap up? So if you have no questions, so let's wrap up the session here for today. So let's continue from tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining the session. Have a good day.